Now let's see this pussy turn down my fade yet again. He can antagonize and fuck with women after making a false alleged fraudulent phone call. Had people show up to my house just for them to open the door and see babies laying all over the floor with blankets and pillows and forts with popcorn eating a movie. You ain't bringing people in my life. You got a reputation of making false, fraudulent fucking phone calls trying to bring drama in people's life. From that man's PO, from that man's husband trying to say his wife's cheating, to Brandon and his situation. You have a whole track record of making fraudulent, false, alleged phone calls every time you're mad. Like that's your way of fighting, making false, fraudulent phone calls, trying to start real problems in people's lives. But it ain't work, cause this time everything came crumbling down. You shot yourself in the foot. Your whole ass made a phone call. And right after them people left my house, well, while they were at my house, you antagonized my girl, texting her, talking about, yeah, I hope you like that. We're watching from our cameras. We're playing dirty. And it's not like we could have knocked on the door and showed them people, because he was 2 towns away, him and his whole ass wife with 2 other scumbags in G City, all sitting at a round table with all 4 of their dirtbag kids running around a meth smelled, weed smelled, smoke filled house while they're blackout, drinking, popping pills. Kids running around, all 4 of them scumbags are sitting at a table conspiring to call and make fraudulent, false, anonymous phone calls to try starting weird ass issues in my life. Because me and my girl fight through our problems. We work through it. We take care of our kids. Our kids have everything they can never imagine. Once something breaks, especially if it's new, it gets bought right back again. The past 2 school years, your kid's been wearing the same dirty, muddy sneakers because you're too busy blowing tax money at the casino, losing it all. And then whatever's left, you're buying meth with it, weed with it, drinking with it. In your crazy, drunken, blackout stupor the other night, you grab your son up by the throat, squeeze his throat, lift him off the ground, talking about, you ain't my fucking kid, you ain't my fucking kid, just to then turn around and yield your hand against their mother that they've seen their entire life. So after that anonymous call, I begged you in your front camera and in your back camera for 38 hours to come the fuck outside. Come the fuck outside, bitch. We don't play like that. You're playing with the wrong one. Come the fuck outside, bitch. Let me put you and handle you straight for the second time. Because months ago, I left him blooded, leaking in the motherfucking parking lot, holding his face, slammed him on his head, kicked him in his mouth to where the top of my foot I shattered on his jaw, stomped on his head, uppercutted him 6 times, and I say all that in depth to let y'all know that this shit ain't fake. He was screaming, babe, call the cops, dazed and confused, sitting Indian style. When I heard call the cops, I had to take one look back to make sure that this is really who it is. This big steroid-induced tough guy that went down the road, racist, bald, bitch-made, hoe-ass individual. I had to look back and say, hold on, is that really what I'm hearing? And when I look back, I see him holding his face, and he's just leaking, blood spewing through his fingers. So I know round 1 was bad, and you're scared to death of round 2. So you call them people and try to have false sense of protection and cause problems in my life. I let that go that night because you wasn't coming out for them 38 hours I was up in your cameras begging you. So I came in and I watched you leave out at 6:45 in the morning. Didn't come back till 9 at night because you got to scurry out and scurry in hoping I ain't out with my dogs or out with my kids. And the best part about all of it is you watched me leave. The next day, you was watching my live, and I live so rent-free in your head, and you're so afraid of me. You're still not right from the last ass whooping that your hoe ass took it upon yourself to go on my live, stalk my live. That's my live, my personal space where I could go to vent, get shit off my chest so I don't physically kill you. You scumbag, coming at my family, starting shit, bringing my family and kids into weird shit. We know you's lived in the system your whole lives. You can't bring us into it. We're not like that. Our children have everything. Our house is clean. We don't smoke in the house. We don't do drugs. Our kids have everything brand new. The best part is, you called the cops while you was watching my live, scared to death. This was the next day after the night before when you made that fraudulent false alligator call, and after them people showed up, you was texting my wife talking about, yeah, we playing dirty. Now we watching from our cameras. And then I begged you for the next 38 hours in your cameras front and back to come out, and you ain't come out. Just for the next day, me to be on live. And I live so rent free up here, you're so scared of me that your hoe ass went on and stalked me and called the cops on my live, to where the cops come to my door. And just like when I whooped your motherfucking ass and had you beyond blooded and had to weasel up out of there, cops couldn't catch me if you can on a gingerbread man. Same rules applied this time, pussy. Daddy-O had to weasel up out of there, and you watched me while I walked past your bay window, out my front door, past your bay window, still antagonize you. Come out, pussy, because I'm watching you and your bastard child. Watch me slowly walk to my getaway car as I'm still antagonize you. Come out, pussy. You really gonna stand there, you hoe-ass individual, after all that hoe-ass lying, fraudulent shit? You ain't gonna step out here like a man? I'm a man. I stand on morals and principles. And when you fuck with my family, I'm a just for you to watch me leave. Literally, you watch me leave. When I left, 40 hours later, after 40 hours, you finally stepped out because you seen me leave. And you antagonized my company that was leaving, that made my girl mad. You pumped your bitch up in the doorway and antagonized my girl while she was on our side of the house. Made your girl step out to fight. Took a swing at my girl. Drug her ass. Swung her. Slammed her. Beat all on her, broke her hand, beating on her face. And then this scumbag motherfucker, his little bastard child, all the meth smoke and choking him, knocking the oxygen from his head. This scumbag daddy, his son, his bastard son's gonna come out yielding a deadly weapon, a hammer, swinging it with extreme force and hitting a woman with it, my girl. And then my son goes to jump in, and the scumbag hoe ass, bitch ass, fraud ass, funky ass, Ninja Turtle looking ass hoe, he's going to put his hand out, block my son, and stand over top of two women and his son to continue watching his son swing a hammer. Now let's call this pussy, because he texted me this morning fucking with me out the blue, but he won't never fight me, dog. Watch. Hey, where you meeting me, bruh? Where you meeting me, pussy? Yeah, look, it's his fucking it's his hoe ass voicemail. When you wanna meet me, pussy? You gonna not only antagonize women, but you ain't gonna learn your lesson from last time you got blooded, boy. You gonna call me fucking with me, antagonizing me, and then run to the cops when I stick up for myself? You hoe ass individual, scary bitch made motherfucker. Don't text my phone, bitch, unless you want round two and get blooded again, hoe. Continue to keep me blocked, but don't unblock me and start with me, hoe, cause I'm minding my business and letting my lawyers handle this shit. Your kids are done up, bitch. Scary ass hoe. Let's try one more time for the hell of it.
Yo, it's Pete. Leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Fucking pussy. I'ma call him on block. But look, this is where it all started. So I had a missed call from him. Let me show you that so you don't think I'm bugging. So thought it was 9 in the morning. Here it is. 8:42 in the morning. 8:42 in the morning. No. Here it is. It's right below it. 8:22. That was me calling him back. See the arrow going out? It's red. Missed. Missed phone call when it's red. Pete's hoe ass. 8:22 in the morning. He called me. I called him right back. 8:42. No answer. And then I get 3 back-to-back. I get 2 back-to-back black calls. And then I just tried to call his hoe ass again to show y'all how much of a bitch he is. But look at these messages. This is where it went from his weird ass hitting me out of nowhere. And I told him, I said, after his phone call and he didn't answer, I told him, I said, yo, you child choking, woman beating, steroid shooting, bald rat Fink, don't call my phone unless it's to get round 2 popping, pussy. Like I said, keep hiding, it'll be worse. Instead of meeting me and shooting the fade in my fade, you gonna make it worse by me continuing to have to chase you down. And then his hoe ass, and remember, his shit is outlandish and made up and fabricated. That's what he does. He fabricates and makes shit up. I haven't seen my daughter, my firstborn daughter, in 6 years, and she's 7. So what the fuck? I haven't even seen her. How the fuck did I beat on any woman holding a child? And I would never, ever, never have hit a woman. So it's like he fabricates stories trying to get rises out of me and create lies about me. But that's his track record. Hence the phone call that he made, the false alligator phone call. And right afterwards, he texted my girl saying, yeah, we're watching from our cameras. I hope you like that. We're playing dirty. He called people's POs, people's wives to get marriages broken up. Like, he lies. He makes fabricated false calls, fabricated false claims just to try to get people in an uproar. Then when they chase after him, he runs and hides. So he says, you're on tape crying because I was in jail and I was wrongly accused. Like it says here, you beat Danny and Declan crying and I'm on tape crying. So my 2 stepsons, whose dad passed away, are my real sons. And they were getting bunk beds brought in. They were getting bunk beds brought into their house as a gift months and months and months ago. And they're all the stuff from the rooms in the kitchen, so it's filled up. And I hear their mom 3 times woke me up out of my sleep. Knock it off, knock it off, knock it off. Because the people got the door propped open, Raymore and Flanagan. Workers carrying in their gift, their bunk bed. So I finally walk out to see what it is. And the youngest one, Declan, he already knows the deal. So he's trying to get up when he hears me coming down the hallway, but he wasn't up fully. I walk in to see Daniel on top of Declan, wrestling, beating, fucking choking each other. Declan's trying to get up, whether it be because of me coming, which I'm sure it was, and I'm saying, his mom saying stop, so I'm sure he was getting up because he heard me coming. And I see them beating on each other, wrestling. So I grabbed Danny by the back of his arm and picked him the fuck up onto his feet and said, get in the motherfucking living room. And I ain't even have to look at the other one. Declan was already on his way to the living room, right? So he says weird shit like, you was crying on tape. I was falsely accused. The mom made her children lie on me because me and her were fighting that day. So she had her kids lie on me, which made my court case way worse. I'm still on trial for it. I'm going to trial the 1st of this month for it. And I got to go there with my lawyer also. Like I got charged. I was put in jail for a while. And when it came to my court case, I was crying, which it says here, you were on tape crying, which my girl, my child's mom, is such a scumbag. She outs all my deepest, darkest things that I bring to her, she outs it to my enemies. I've been telling her about these people, and then finally look how it blew up. So she did all this giving my shit up. She's supposed to be my wife. She gives up my business, and then look what happens. Just like I told you, they were scum and you betrayed me. So now you got me going. So I was crying because I'm being wrongfully accused of hitting a child, or what did they call it? Groping, grabbing, not groping because that's sexual, grabbing, yoking up, grabbing up a child. It wasn't no crazy wordage. On top of the judge and what he was saying, I was confused in the booth because it was all on tape while I was in court. My wife was watching it on live at home because you could do that on court cases and virtual ones. And I was bawling my eyes out because the judge was like, well, what about the infant? I don't want him around her. And my daughter was 6 months at the time. It had nothing to do with her. She's my biological kid. Like, you're not taking my daughter from me. So he says that shit like it hurts my feeling. You were crying on tape. Yeah, you beat and choked your son and beat your fucking women in meth drunken stupors. We understand you don't have feelings for your kids. You're a loser wannabe young Dolph. And then that whole shit that I just explained, beat Danny. I would never in my motherfucking life. My kids are going to listen to me. And if you don't, the worst you get is gripped up. You ain't getting punched on and slapped, none of that. You get grabbed by the arm and told, get the fuck on, boy. And he tries to say then I'm in court on paper for child abuse. And then, like I said, my firstborn that I ain't see in 6 years, and she's 7, so I only spent 1 year with her, and she was an infant. What do I look like? 1, hitting a woman. 2, hitting a woman carrying my gorgeous infant. So he says outlandish shit like that to try getting rises out of me, not knowing anything about anything, because I haven't even seen my children. So this man's just one big lie who goes above and beyond to try bringing crazy, crazy unlawful or crazy, crazy lawful drama in people's lives by making false fabricated phone calls. But let's call him on block since he's got me. He blocked me after he called me this morning. I'll try one regular call. Still on. What's it? Still off?
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's still off. So let's call his bitch ass on block. What's his whole ass number? Let me get this out the way so you don't see. This is weed. It's not pills. It's weed. Pull up and meet me, pussy. Where you want me to come to, you scary bitch made motherfucker? No, I don't. Wrong number. Sorry, sir. Yeah, you seen I just called the wrong number, and I was wondering why his name didn't pop up there. So let's try this again. I did that last time I tried the motherfucking *67 somebody. So there it is. ass. Pizza ass. Now let's see.
Yo, it's Pete. Leave a message. I'll get back to you.
Fucking pussy. You gonna antagonize me and fuck with me first thing in the morning, bitch? Talking crazy hoe. And then motherfucking block numbers, you scary hoe.